So buying guitars in the year 2025.
I wouldn't do it.
No, we're all doing it. We just got back from a guitar show where we were buying guitars and selling guitars. It's like, I just bought a new guitar from Ireland. It's here, I got to look at it, it was really pretty. But anyway, so it's a weird market right now.
Yeah.
It's been fun to watch the past 5 years.
I want a clip of me from 5 years ago looking all young and spry and
We're exhausted.
invigorated. Now
Bags
being
of
like,
ice.
what happened?
Well, it's been like this. It's been fun.
It's been fun.
But it's like, whoa.
But it's a roller coaster.
Because even like, so used prices, they're dropping.
Yeah.
Finally. They got crazy.
They did get crazy.
New prices are still going up, slowly creeping. They sort of went crazy too during the plague.
Plague.
I don't say the other word because they turn it off sometimes.
YouTube's like,
Can't say that word. No, so used prices, they went through the roof during the pandemic. You know, everyone wanted guitars. There was limited supply. The supply chain was completely messed up. That affects the new chain more.
Yes.
The people weren't vacationing. They were spending their discretionary funds on guitars.
Guitars, fun things at home. And
Yeah.
we couldn't keep up in a weird way. It was fun, and that was fun.
But it was also stressful too, you know, in its own different ways. It's
Was.
because the manufacturers, the new part, they couldn't keep up either. So you weren't really getting anything you order. You'd order guitars. We're getting guitars now from 2021 from some of our manufacturers. It is 2025.
It's kind of weird.
That includes all the big ones. Like this doesn't. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
saying-
no, this is not like
all of them. We just got a
boutiques.
Fender custom shop in the other day that we ordered in 21.
It's kind of weird.
I was like, what? I forgot all about this guitar.
Cool guitar.
It's
Thin
really
line
cool.
telly, full rosewood. Go check it out.
It's ridiculous. So it would, if we would order that today, it would probably be another $800.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be a $6,000+ guitar.
Dude, I'd be
For
surprised.
rosewood?
I
Or if
honestly,
they'd even do it.
I know. I'm like, I don't even know if they'd do it team built. That's
No,
weird.
it's a team build. Check it out our website. It'll be up there. I don't even know if it's up yet. Is it?
No, not yet.
It will be soon.
It will be
It
by
just
the
came
time
in.
this video comes out.
Maybe if we're feeling like doing work.
Actually.
Anyway.
Welcome to 2025.
So let's talk about used prices coming down finally.
Yes.
So with this massive explosion of new players in there also comes a massive number of recidivism and quitting. It used to be 90% quit rate after the first 6 months of playing guitar. It's probably fallen down to 80%.
You quitters.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't quit. It's awesome. Well, maybe even 70% with some, because a lot of the new players coming in were older, more professional, more practice-minded people instead of just, you know, teenagers that stick with it for a bit and drop out.
Yep. Teenagers, even older folks who come in and do the same thing, and they're like, it's too hard, and then they just dump it.
Like
you know?
my father, he's like, I'm gonna play golf. This sucks. I'm like, cool. I tried. I even gave him a nylon string one. Because he's got giant hands and he's a
big
soft
hands.
boy. Figured he was like, yeah, it didn't work. He likes Willie Nelson a lot. Didn't work at all. So new prices are going up, and we're having to watch this now. And there's no fear tactics because I think a lot of it is coming from the manufacturers too. But the tariffs, tariff. We've done a video on it.
You're screaming at
right?
me. Stop.
We had the whole video. Watch that. So tariffs have already affected the prices with some of our manufacturers. We've gotten calls to action from our manufacturers as well. Be like, order now. Tariffs.
Do it.
Everything's going up 25% tomorrow, maybe, probably not, but possibly it could happen.
Yes.
Do it now. Some of this we're gonna order anyway because the guitars we're gonna sell them. You know, we love it. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I hope it doesn't. I think it's absurd. Like I don't want this to.
Well,
25% increase in a GS Mini.
yes. We live in a time where the weather today is not necessarily going to absolutely be the weather tomorrow, you know?
Right.
And that push and call to action, I understand where it's coming from, but I am curious to see in the next 8 to 10 months what that's going to look like. You know, what are your thoughts on that? Just to, you know.
Because I watch all this pretty aggressively. It's our business, and we need to know that. But as soon as like we were getting the calls from our manufacturer, you got to get this. I was like, let me just watch a little bit, and so I'm looking at the news, and then like later that day, they're like, oh, they're going to pause the tariffs on Mexico and Canada just a little bit longer because it's all negotiating and bolstering or whatever that word is. And,
Yeah.
so hopefully that all works itself out and that doesn't happen and we can see that sort of relieve. It's confusing.
Well, and I want to say on that point too, I don't feel like it's fear mongering amongst the manufacturers.
They don't know.
They don't know. I think they are actually like, we want you to be able to get, you know, the best deal possible before things go crazy. If they do go crazy, they're simply just trying to make sure that they can get that done.
Well, like how this works too, the manufacturers have a certain finite supply of in-stock materials from their overseas markets that they've created, and maybe a few months worth. So it gives them a pad, but that will still those will all be charged at the rate with the tariffs added, if not ordered at a certain date, I'm sure. Because once the tariffs go in, if they do go in, then everything's going to have that because they're going to run out of that. So but there's not that much stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like there was that one point where there's just warehouses filled.
Yeah. Well, and I think there is sometimes this idea that it's like, oh, Fender, massive company, they have to have hundreds of thousands of guitars in a backlog just ready to go. And it's like, no, not really.
They used to.
They used to.
Not that many, but they
Not
used
that
to.
many, but, you know.
Well, they've sort of, they and a lot of manufacturers have shifted gears to like almost, which I think is really intelligent. This is when I applaud whoever's doing this, like asking us like, hey, will you guys buy this if we make it?
Yes.
Or like, hey, how many of these signature series do you want this year?
Yeah.
Like let us know. And then like, you don't have to have them tomorrow, but like let us know and like we'll build them. But we're not just going to build like 1,000 SRBs to warehouse at Fender.com.
Yeah. I do feel like there is an amount of, we'll call it testing, which is nice in 2025, especially after a few years of a tense kind of tumultuous period. They seem to be asking more than telling, which is cool.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still
that's good.
some telling going on, but I do feel like it is very, hey, we want to try this. What do you think? You know?
Well, so back to you buying a guitar too in the year of 2025. Like it's confusing. You have multiple options now that you didn't have before, which are good and bad. Like it's good for you and bad for us in some ways, and then vice versa maybe in the other respects. Manufacturers are all selling direct right now, it seems. They're doing that, and so it's created this weird dynamic between the player and the manufacturer, the player and the shop and the manufacturer.
Yes.
So we would obviously prefer you buy from shops.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be Casino Guitars. Buy from any shop. Support the ecosphere that exists. There's I actually really like the idea of MAP, the minimum advertised pricing. I really like it. It doesn't exist much when the shops have, they're sort of geo-targeting and trying to get you just in as a customer and like, we'll give you 10% off the bat immediately. So they've destroyed MAP right there themselves.
And not only destroying that trust between the shop and the manufacturer, but kind of inserting themselves with the customer in a way that whenever there is a problem, let's imagine for a moment that manufacturers win this imaginary war that we're talking about, right? And I say imaginary just for lack of better words. They do that, and then we go to, okay, no more guitar shops. Well, that means less places that you can go to get your guitar checked out and set up. Now you get a guitar that isn't playing right and the neck is twisted and you try to contact Fender and they have nowhere to send you to. The idea of that ecosphere and the shop that you work with.
It's beyond that too. That's just part of that. It's just like it takes away the ability to play a guitar.
It does.
That's the biggest thing.
Until you get it
or
in
to
the
have like real experts that, this is why I like a shop that carries lots of things too. It's like we're really passionate about this, and if you've watched this channel before, we send people to other shops all the time. You might come in looking for a Taylor and you might leave with a Martin. You might come in looking for a Fender and leave with a Gibson.
Yes.
You got to get hands on. You might call us looking for a Jaguar and end up with a Jazzmaster.
Happens all the time.
And then you might call us asking for a certain guitar. Can y'all get it? I'm like, no, but my friend here at Wildwood Guitars has it, or my friend here at Chuck Levins has it, or Sloan Music has a great DGT thin line right now.
They
Sloan
do.
Music, right?
Yes, awesome dudes.
A place
in
Maryland.
And to your point with that too, that all comes from customer interaction with people like us who are willing to talk to you for 15, 20 minutes about a guitar and just to kind of help you sort out those details. Like, do you know that a Jaguar is a shorter scale length, and do you like that? Because it's harder to bend on.
It's also our job to advocate for you. Like, I think this is our job, at least, with the manufacturer. Not just for repairs, but also for pricing, especially within the custom builds. It's not just there can be some battles in there. It happens behind the scenes, and it's okay, and it's not always set. You can fight because some call me cheap, but I like to say I'm thrifty.
Well, there's that, and there's also the going to bat for the quality of what you're getting, because there have been not many situations, but times where we've had to send something back because it didn't come up to the quality of what we anticipated for the instrument.
Cut the mustard.
So we send it back and we get them to fix
mustard.
it for you.
No, that's part of it. So it is confusing. We would, obviously love it if you kept shopping with beautiful shops that you love.
Yes.
But have fun doing it. Now, I will say on Gibson's side too, and Fender's too, like they do some great DTC things as far as the Gibson garage is great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fender Japan looks pretty amazing too. I'd like to see it. And like we've talked to the dude that runs the whole shebang, and it seems like it's bolstered Fender sales across their FMIC dealer network in Asia. So we're hoping to maybe get over there sometime in the foreseeable future, check it out, do a video. But no, so maybe, what about right now? So if we see prices maybe going up in new, prices maybe coming down in the used, I don't know, maybe this is the time to buy. Maybe like
so.
if you're on the fence, call the shops that you work with.
Yeah.
Call us, call anybody. It's like, but it might be a sort of good time.
Yeah. And it's like feeling the confidence in what you're buying too. If you are looking for something in particular, and calling a shop, I think will maybe help you find that confidence, even if it's something we don't carry. And we do a lot of that.
I mean, at the guitar show, we were pretty much just concierge for free reviewers of guitars before people bought them at other booths. We had our own booth.
Yes, we were telling people what the radius on guitars were. We were helping them decide, is this a good deal? What should I ask?
Is this guitar broken?
Yes.
Because I was like, this guitar is, some of them are a little bit bunk and people are like paying. Yeah, we learned a lot. There's a whole video on that too. If you haven't watched it on our channel, go back and watch it. It's on the Asheville Guitar Show 2025, the B3.
It's awesome.
Me and Sean and Anthony from Marla Amps, who is awesome. But watch the video, you'll see plenty.
My sweetheart, my sweet baby boy.
And there's gonna be a whole video, I think, on him as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Love you guys.
That's
doing something later.
In
process.
Documentation.
Stay tuned. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what I would love to see is let us know. Are you buying guitars right now? Are you selling guitars? Do you see the prices coming up or down on the used market yourself? Do you see the prices on the new market getting a little bit out of hand, or are they sort of steadied in your mind? We're hoping they stay steady because they went up a lot during COVID.
Yeah. And where's your confidence lie? And also, do you enjoy shopping at a shop, or do you enjoy shopping online away from that experience?
I mean, the anonymity of shopping away is sometimes nice because you can like shop with your pants off.
Yes.
But you can shop with your pants off at Casino Guitars too.
You can.
We take all types in
Happens
pants.
all the time,
pants.
actually. You'd be surprised.
The things we've seen.
Yep.
I don't want to talk about.
A lot of Winnie the Pooh action.
Jesus.
Pooh Bear.
God, it's weird. He is naked below, isn't he?
He is. He just wears a shirt.
Click like and subscribe.
Hit the bell.
And enjoy some movies this weekend too. Oh, one thing before we wrap up, because you're still here. The what's the new Robert Pattinson film? Mickey 17. It didn't do well in the theaters this weekend, but it looks amazing. I'm going to try to see who I can get to go see it.
I'm going to go watch it.
I want to go see it. It's the director of Parasite did it.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's
It looks
the
great.
jam. We haven't seen it yet, so if you've seen
watch it.
don't ruin anything in the comments, but let us know if it's awesome or
watch
if it's a dud. Go watch it.
watch
Robert Pattinson is the jam. Twilight Forever. I don't know what a Twilight gang sign could be. That?
Go for balls.
Bye.